Austin brought his chair from his office out here so I could swap in it. I was like, it's not really my colors, but if it's comfortable, that's what matters, right? If this could be like pink or blue or green, that'd be like, I feel like red's so aggressive, but we're gonna try it out. He said that it's like a really nice chair, and so we did put a quilt over it to make it prettier. So that's new. I am also using a microphone tonight. So please tell me, does my audio sound good? If so, then we can get to sewing. I've never used this microphone yet. I got it for a podcast that me. Hello, everybody. This is for a podcast. Hi, Mom. Hello, June. Hi, Patty. So I've never used it before. Austin was like, you should use your microphone. Just see how it goes. So let me know. Does it sound better than usual? Hello. That's kind of cool. It lights up when it's on. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. We're going to have to do some singing with this. So, enough playing around. I got my binding all put together for the Tablerunner that I finished quilting today. I did it this afternoon. It wasn't really that hard to do, honestly. Like, I feel like I'm starting to get the hang of it. It's also, hello, love you too. It's also a Tablerunner, so it's a lot smaller than like a regular size quilt, so it didn't take me that long. Let me go get it. Let me go get it. So, I long-armed this today. I shared it on here, and I got a lot of amazing, very nice, friendly comments. So thank you to everyone who left a comment and gave me some love. But it's kind of hard to tell. But it's a really cute panto, and it's got like a bunch of snowflakes on it. And I did it in a nice, cool gray color, so it blends in really nicely, so it doesn't take over the piecing. Hello, Heather. And so it's all quilted. I absolutely love it. It is so cute. The backing looks really, really fun. I just hope my partner likes it. Swaps are always like, oh, I hope they like what I made. Because if they open it up, they're like, I hate this, then yikes. Hello, Tracy and Heather. And so I got my binding ready to go, and we're just going to bind it and chit chat. And then, I'm almost done with this. This is the big project of the swap, and then I have 2 more that I have to do. And I'm just going to do homemade ornaments. I'm going to do the Scandinavian folded star one. And I want to do the like foam ball one where you take the fabric and you fold it and you do it over and over again. But my kids ran off with all my foam balls. I got a whole pack of them like 2 years ago, and I made one ornament. I was like, I'm going to make one for everyone in the family. And I severely underestimated how long those ornaments take to make. Hello, Shirley. And so, yeah, I let the kids play with the foam balls. And am I regretting it? Kinda, because I would be able to make an ornament right now. But they did get a lot of fun out of it. So, I'm going to move my laptop back a smidge, and then I've got my microphone right here. I love this Tablerunner, and you did a great job on the quilting. It's beautiful. Thank you, Nancy. I really hope she loves it. I'm really excited. I wish the quilting would show off a little bit better, but I love that it blends in. Like, it just blends really nicely. I didn't want it to take over the piecing or the fabric. So I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. And I loaded it horizontally. Yeah, I feel like I need some points there. I loaded it horizontally so that I didn't have to advance it as many times. So I think I only did like 2 advancements because the first row, the way that I put it in the program was like, I don't know. I only had to do it 2 times. So it went really, really fast. I'm also using a microphone for the first time tonight. So please let me know once I get my sewing machine going, how the audio sounds, if it's too loud or if I need to change anything. Oh, the dogs are playing upstairs. It's like, what is that noise? So please let me know if the audio sounds good tonight. I'm excited. Plus, our Wi-Fi should be a little bit better tonight. So it is Google Fiber, and the internet speed is so much better. So my brother-in-law is like a huge tech person. Hi, Christine. Hello, Patricia. He's a huge tech nerd, and he was talking with my husband about Spectrum because that's what we had, and we were like having the worst time with Spectrum. And basically, we were paying for, a certain amount of internet speed or whatever. I don't understand it. But it was being split amongst all of our neighbors who have Spectrum. So we're paying for something, but we're splitting it, and we're getting terrible connection. The Google Fiber, you get your own tube. Like, you're not sharing with anybody else. So the speed is, a lot better, and it's what you're paying for. So I'm really excited about that. I'm just going to keep gray in the bobbin and in the top thread. Okay. I'm going to move this back a little bit. Everything's a little bit different. We're trying a lot of new things, so hopefully Austin sanded the edge of this table so that my quilts wouldn't catch. So thank you, Austin. And we're going to start binding. We're going to start binding this really fun Tablerunner. I kind of want to make a few more of these just like this. Hello, Kathleen. Alrighty, here we go. Again, let me know if the audio, if it's crazy with the sewing machine, because I'll just turn the microphone off. But it shouldn't be. We'll see. I don't know. I was like, should I use a microphone while I'm sewing? Because this sewing machine's really loud. It's not like you guys need to hear the motor of my sewing machine. Okay. Here we go. My dogs are playing. I want to give myself enough room for when I have my tails a-joining. Okay. All right, here we go, guys. We're getting started. Let me know. Is that crazy with a microphone? How is everyone's week so far? How is everyone's week so far? So I'm loving that it's actually starting to feel like fall. It's been really rainy today, and I love fall weather. So I'm like ready for all the soups and the stew and like the really, really warm meals that you have to eat really, really warm. I mean, I love hot food anyway, but when it's like hot and it's cold outside, oh my gosh. That's the best feeling. A nice warm meal on a cool, cozy day. We do family dinner every week, and so we were trying to decide what we wanted to make this week, and I was like, hey, Friday is going to be just like today, so it's going to be cool, it's going to be in the 60s, and it's going to be raining. Let's do potato soup and subs. So we are going to be making soup. The first soup of the season! Oh my gosh, you guys have no idea how much I love fall. Ugh. This makes my soul happy, I'm telling you. The weather is changing and it's giving me a headache. No! Dropped off my I can't even talk. Dropped off my Okay, 3 times the charm. Dropped off my Bernina for service today and pulled out my Janome. It feels like a child's sewing machine now. Oh my gosh. 3 lines left on quilting my first quilt. As imperfect as it is gonna be, it'll be done. Wow! Your first quilt? That's really awesome, Kathleen. You should be proud of yourself. I hope you start feeling better too, Heather. I know, your first quilt. That's really exciting. Beep, 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 beep. Gotta pull it all out. There we go. So I had to Frankenpiece the batting for this Tablerunner, and I had to go do it on the Stinger because this is just a straight stitch. And every time that I would be ready to cut my threads, I would like put my heel down on the foot pedal because the Juki cuts the thread with the foot pedal, and I was like, no, Beth, you have to press the button. So I've already been conditioned to use the foot pedal to cut threads. I thought it was so funny. It's like, wow, that didn't take long. Also, great news is we sold the cutie today. The cutie went to a new home, and I'm really, really excited for them to start their cutie quilting journey. Signed up to be a Legit Kits tester today. That's awesome, Christine. I hope you get it. You are an amazing tester. I am like the worst tester. This goldfinch is still sitting here, but I have so much that I need to get done. It's gonna be a while. I feel so bad, but you know what? I have to stay on top of my stuff, and I need to be realistic. I need to just say it's okay if it takes time to complete this, you know? There's no deadline. I already did my testing portion of it, so it's just making the rest of it. It's hard to switch gears when you start getting used to one machine from another, right? It's like, oh my gosh. When it's in Austin's office too, and I don't know, like the furniture in there is crazy, and yeah. So my knees were like sideways while I'm trying to piece straight on. My knees started to hurt really bad because they were just hitting the table. Because the table that he has it on isn't open on the underneath. Mine's open, so I can put my feet through the table, and I don't feel like I'm buttoned up right next to it. But the one that he has the sewing machine on in there is just like solid table. Oh, yay, it's nice to have that done and sure, less pressure on you. I know you had it on your mind now. I know. I'm just so happy. It worked out really well. We did give them a good deal because it's like, well, it's just sitting here. We kind of knew we were going to take a little bit of a loss anyway, just because it's such a niche thing. Like, how many people are going on Facebook Market and they're like, oh my God, a cutie quilting system. That's exactly what I've been looking for. Not a lot of people are going to even know what the heck that is. And so the fact that someone, you know, locally was able to come pick it up and they're going to be able to use it, and it's not just sitting in our closet, you know, collecting dust, is nice. So we made a little bit of our money back, but they got a really good deal. Let's just say that. They got a great deal. But she was like, I'm going to set it up tonight. She said she has so many quilt tops just sitting and waiting to be quilted. And so she's really, really looking forward to being able to quilt them on her own. Sometimes just struggling with the dang thing while you're binding is half the struggle, right? Oh my gosh. And I got a custom quilt order. We're like still in consultation of like what she wants, but her sister's having a baby. And they're doing an Arctic, like, narwhal penguin theme, and so that's going to be fun. I bet I could find some really cool penguin pantographs. How fun would that be? I feel like I need to rub oil on my table so these just glide a little bit better. And I made sure to join my binding to where they're all going the same way. It's like a weird chevron pyramid thing. So I was like, I want to make sure it all works together. See all things in God's perfect timing. You're not blessed, but she's blessed too. Amen. They were really nice too. I was just like chatting their ears off in the driveway. I was like, and if you need help with this, if you have any questions, just let me know. I'm right here. Just shoot me a message. And I was telling her about all the Facebook groups that she could join. I told her about the YouTuber that I always talked about when I was doing the cutie quilting, the closet quilter, how she has one set up in her closet, and she does a bunch of videos that have amazing resources. I was just like telling her all the things. And I was like, if you're ready to go, you just jump in your car and go, because I'll sit and talk about quilting all day with you. But she's actually nearby, and she was like, I'm so glad I have someone I can talk to about quilting now. It's really funny because she is an accountant as well. What is it with accounting and quilting? Because Austin's an accountant. I'm a quilter. The local quilt shop, the owner, is a quilter, and her husband's an accountant. It's just like, what is going on? It was meant to be. Beep, beep, doo, doo, doo. Alrighty, let's try and get this binding perfect for the swap. I always get like a little bubble when I'm joining. I'm going to go out of my way to make it like an extreme, flawless join. I say that and I'm still going to have a bubble. We'll see what happens. I hope I have enough binding. It always looks short on that last corner, the last set edge. So You're going to have to move to Kansas, Kathleen. Texas isn't too far. All right. I hope she loves this. For swaps, I try to make it something that's hard to let go of. You know what I mean? Like, you make it how you would like it. I mean, obviously, you know what kind of fabrics they like. I know that she doesn't like traditional fabric. She doesn't like any of the traditional illustrations of fabric. She literally said in her bio, I do not like granny fabrics, which I don't really know what that means, but I was like, okay, she likes modern fabric. I've got a ton of Christmas morning, so we can just burn through some of that. And I'm just gonna give myself some room. So I always like to look at where I'm at on the edge and how much tail and how much space I have. So I kind of know where I'm going to stop sewing, if that makes sense. I'm going to probably stop sewing like right about here. And then I'll just like mark it with my finger so that I don't go past it. Because I always, if I try to just eyeball it, I go past it and then I'm working with like the smallest little space. It's such a pain in the butt. I'd rather be under than go over. So let's just back tack a little bit, cut our thread, and then now we're going to join our tails. Everybody's favorite part. Hi, Beth. Christmas morning is definitely not granny fabric, so you did good. Yeah, this is definitely some modern fabric. And like, look at this red that's going to pop on over. That's going to be so cute. Okay. I apologize. You guys know my giant cutting mat is on the other side. Beth, what is that behind you that changes colors? So this is my microphone. I've had it for quite some time. I've just never used it. I got it for a podcast that Heather and I are planning on starting. We're going to start doing like a podcast where we just talk about quilting stuff for about 45 minutes. We just haven't started it yet, but that is why I got this. And yeah. Can't stay long. It's TV time with hubby. Enjoy your TV time with hubby, okay? I will see you very soon, I'm sure. Duh, it's on your table. It kind of does look like it's behind me. Oh, yes, Beth, my bad. We were talking weeds the other day and Texas was the topic. My bad. Yes, we were. We were talking weeds. Hi, Terry. How are you tonight? Yeah, so I'm hoping that the microphone helps my audio because I know that's been a struggle. I'm hoping that the connection works a little bit better tonight because we are on a different Wi-Fi. We changed it. So thank you. Yeah, I need to join the tails and then we're going to start flipping it on over. And it's going to look a little something like that. Oh, I love it. I love it. I didn't really think about the size, so I hope she's got a big table or she's okay with a little bit of overhang. Hey, Kathleen, haven't talked to you all day. So good to see you in the chat. Alrighty, let's move some stuff out of the way. I always save all the scraps that I cut off from the quilt. And, you know who you are. This is your backing for your quilt that I'm going to do. I have not opened it, so I don't want to get any dog hair or anything crazy on it. So I'm going to be safe, and then once your quilt top gets here, I'll open it up. So this is the fabric that I'm using on the binding. Really, really fun. Really, really fun. Beth, Kathleen and I have been chatting most of the day. Kathleen is so fun to talk to. I love chatting with her. You guys are all very fun to talk. Christine goes, woot woot. I know. I'm trying to be I want to open it. I'm not going to open it. So I'm really, really excited. It's nice. It's safe inside. Okay. It's ready to be put into a beautiful quilt. We're going to have to get together. I'll send you some messages once your quilt top comes in here. And we can talk about thread color and design. Or if you want me to just go for what I think will look good, I'm okay with that too. But you let me know. Oh, looks pretty, Beth, the fabric for the backing. Isn't that gorgeous? This is my favorite. Absolute favorite. Look at that. Oh, sorry. I'm not even kidding. Last year I bought like 6 yards of that fabric because it's my favorite and I've never gone so crazy over like one specific collection than I have with Christmas morning. I love it. I have yardage. I have the fat quarter bundle. I have the little fat quarter bundles from the Sew Sampler boxes. Whenever I would see people wanting to swap them on the swap page, I'd be like, I want it. I'll give you anything. Just give me the Christmas morning fabric. And so, yeah, I was like, I just need to stock up because I know I'm going to use this a lot. And if it goes out of print, I'm not spending a lot of money for it. 6 yards? Is that all? That is the most I've ever bought of any yardage at all. I'm not even kidding. And at the time, I wasn't ordering anything like that. I was ordering maybe like 2 yards at a time, maybe 3, but I saw this fabric and I was like, I need 6 yards. Thank you. Bye. I was like, well, it's a great background. It's a great background for a Christmas quilt. And usually you need quite a bit of that for a quilt. So, I mean, 6 yards, it's not bad. I'm sitting in a big pub. I bought a lot of the white dots, red dots, and green dots to use with other Christmas. Those are really, really good ones. Those are good ones too. I love the gray ones too. Those are so, so cute. Did you catch a cold, Beth? No, it's like my allergies are getting me. I'm sorry for like sniffing like crazy. You probably also hear it really nicely with this microphone. Sorry about that. But I think it's just my allergies or something. I've been sneezing a lot, so I think it's something in the house. Because Austin's been doing a lot of like woodwork and stuff. So I think I'm allergic to like the dust. So I'm going to be rude. You know my setup. You know my large ones over here. I'm going to figure out my join and then I'll bring it back over. So you guys just talk amongst yourself for a second. Beth, a lot is at least 5 yards, by the way. I never get that much ever. 6 yards is unheard of for me, honestly. Right? Oh my gosh. Why are my allergies bad right now? Usually it's just in this spring. Yeah, the mic, I want to know how good. Like, I'm probably going to have to watch this back and compare it to my other videos. Because I'm hoping that it makes the audio really nicely. And if I get nice and close, are you getting like a real clear sound of my voice? We need to do some singing tonight. All right. No funny business. I have to get this join perfect. Or my partner is going to shun me from the quilting community. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to shun myself if I mess it up. Okay. Alrighty. I do have a join right there that I don't want. Alrighty. Gonna get my marking pen. Sorry, you guys have to look at my Eeyore, but sorry, hold on. Hold on. Okay. Let's trim. Let's double check to make sure we don't F it up. Okay. Okay, here we go. This is like the worst part of binding. I don't mind binding, I think it's great, but oh my gosh. Trying to get a perfect join is such a pain in the butt. I feel like I do better when I pin. Let's get some pins out. I'll pin and be responsible. Now I'm like super self-conscious of all of my sniffles. I'm like, stop sniffling, for the love of gosh. Stop. Okay. And if my chair, it's my chair, okay? Austin is like, use my office chair. It might be better for you. It's got better lumbar support for sewing. And so he switched out my chair. He put my chair in his office and he's like, just give it a go and let me know. And he put this quilt that I made over the back of the chair because it's like red and black. I'm like, I don't like these colors. These are aggressive. I want like a pink chair. Or like, you know, a blue chair or a green chair or a yellow chair. Red and black is really aggressive. But it's not about the color, it's about the comfort, right? Saving your back a little bit. My back has been not very forgiving lately, and I'm not even that pregnant. So once I get a big belly going, please pray for me. Quit worrying about sniffles. You're in your home, not in public. Very true. Here's the thing. If you're going to make a pillow, generally the back is going to be something like Christmas morning, red dot, and that's a lot. Then if you intend to make a pillowcase to go with the quilt, you need a yard of whatever the pillowcase will be made of. See, you're thinking ahead, Amy. If you're going to make a bag out of the fabric, you need a yard, liner, fabric. See, I feel like this is the mindset that you go into the fabric store with when you're buying Tula. You go, well, I'm going to make some pillows. I'm going to make some bags. Heck, let's do some matching quilts. I'm going to take 5 yards of all of your Tula. That's what I imagine you doing. You're so funny. I love Tula. Did you watch her Tula talk today? Her Tuesday with Tula thing on Instagram? She shared all of like the ribbon that she got to coordinate with tiny beasts. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not a bag maker, but this is amazing. Scroll back to see my opinion. Okay, I'm scrolling back. I maintain if a pattern calls for 6 yards or more, buy the bolt. Hell yeah, I like that thinking. We need to get Offset on board with that. If I came home with a bolt of fabric, he would lose his mind. But I do get an employee discount now because I work for Casey Maker Studios, so I could get a discount on it. That's good. Hello, Delia. Yes, Beth, because a quilt pillowcase and bags is what you use for Tula for other than just collecting it. I'm a collector. I haven't made a Tula. Well, actually, I am making a Tula quilt. That block of the month that I've been working on with Heather, that's all Tula. But every other thing, sorry, I had a starburst and I'm like, whoo, heartburn. Every other piece of Tula I have is collectors. It's like just up there because it's pretty. Hello, Carissa. I didn't watch the whole Tula talk today, but I saw the preview of the ribbons earlier. So cute. Aren't those adorable? You need to make another bag. I thought that was such a cute idea to make the ribbons, use those as zipper pulls. I mean, maybe that's something that's very normal in bag making. I'm not a bag maker, so I was like, oh, zipper pulls with ribbon? That's such a good idea. She is just so good with color and designing. All right, let's trim. Everyone pray that this is a seamless join and there's no bubbling, because this is for somebody else and I want it to be perfect. When it's for myself, I'm like, just a little bit, that's okay. It's a little bit off, that's fine. But if it's a little bit off for somebody else, I'm like, no. Okay, here we go. It's really funny because you guys have heard Heather and I go on about binding, how she is not like a huge fan of binding, but like now I understand because she has a long arm. She's had a long arm for a very long time, and now it's like basting, not even a thing. That's like out of the equation. Basting is so easy now. Quilting is really, really fun and it goes a lot quicker. And then you have to bind. It's like, I don't know. It's like you're faced with responsibility again once it comes to the binding. You're like, well, the playtime's over. Now you actually have to, get to work and get your binding made and bind your quilt and everything. It takes the longest time now outside of cutting and piecing. Are you guys crossing your fingers and toes that this is a perfect join? Hallelujah. See, I feel like when I pin it, it goes a lot better. Maybe those pins are like, maybe people are onto something for using those pins. Okay, now what I like to do is I take it, and I got this from Donna Jordan. So this isn't my thing. Donna Jordan always has really, really long, beautiful fingernails in her videos. And when I first started learning how to quilt, I watched a lot of her videos. And she does this with her binding after she's done sewing it. Sorry, there's a thread. After she's done sewing it, she'll go around the back and she'll just finger press along that seam and open it up so that when it comes time to flip it on over and sew it to the front, the fabric's a lot easier to move. And then I also, while I'm doing this, like pick up threads that might be laying on my backing or so. I'm just going to be doing that. I wanted to move my laptop screen so you could see what I was talking about. But I find that this helps a lot. I don't iron it. I know a lot of people will take the time to like iron this out. I don't do that. I feel like it also warps the fabric. So you don't get as straight of a like turnover. Plus it's just more time. And this one has a crease, a join in the corner, so that's always fun. We're gonna have to finagle it, Heather. We're gonna finagle it a little bit. I went and hung out with my long armor friend today. Ooh, Beth, you might have answered and I missed it. Have you seen the fabric find called Catmosphere? Oh my gracious, it's so fun. So I saw someone posted about it in Discord. Was that you? I was eating dinner and I saw something of Catmosphere. I didn't read the whole post. I just saw the preview of the message come through, and then we went over to my in-laws house for a little bit because I needed to help Liz with some FPP stuff, and so I never got to reply, but I've never seen that. Hi Ingrid, how are you doing tonight? Thank you so much. Heather, what did you do with the long armor friend today? I need to know. Yes, that was me. I hope you find the fabric that you're looking for. Beth, Kathleen is looking for more of the border print. I only have 3/4 of a yard. I'm helping her with a quilt. Aw, Amy, that is so sweet. Aw. My boys think my Tula obsession is quite odd. They are totally clueless. I would say so. You don't know Tula? You're not like in love with Tula? Come on. Come on now. All right, we're going to leave the corner that has the join. We're going to leave that for last because I don't want to mess with it. Well, yep. So let's start here. And then I don't clip or anything. I just go for it. If you guys have seen my binding video, you know that I just turn it over and eyeball it. Is it perfect? No, but that's okay. Finished is better than perfect. And if I took a ton of time to do everything, I'd never finish anything. And I just stitch as close as I can to the corner of the binding. Or I should say the edge of the binding. And I just like walk my fingers down as I go. Love Tula. She's amazing. I'm really liking her stuff now. For me, Curiouser and Curiouser wasn't my favorite. It's just too intimidating to buy those almost. Like, I don't think I haven't ever bought Cafe either. I feel like I lump some of Tula's stuff with Cafe because it's like, oh my gosh. And Anna Maria Horner is like kind of on that line as well of like, there's just some prints where you're like, oh my gosh, you have to find the right pattern to showcase it, or, you know, you cut it up and you don't get any of it. I don't know. My mind just goes crazy with those really, really big prints. I like just the more, like Tiny Beast is perfect. Like the size of the prints and how the animals are like hidden in the pattern. They're kind of like a little peekaboo moment, and it's not just like, bam, cameo, here I am. I really, really love her line work. Is my favorite of all time. Tiny Beast is adorable. Ugh. I was thinking, when am I going to run out of a bobbin? Things are going too nice tonight. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that I put my Juki bobbins are in a little boat. So I have to wind a bobbin. Dang it. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It makes me practice winding, because this is like now my major, like this is my main sewing machine. So it's just giving me practice. I am the worst at winding enough bobbins, let me tell you. On this quilt that I'm binding right now, I had it on the long arm. Come on. And I was like, well, if I run out of the bobbin, I'm screwed, because this pattern is really intricate with the snowflakes, and I haven't had the best time trying to match up the pattern. Like, if a bobbin breaks, it's like the machine gets off, and so when you're trying to match it up, it takes a long time to get the machine to recognize like the exact point that you want to start at, and to have it be consistent with the rest of the pattern that was stitched before. I don't know if that makes sense, but I was like, shoot, if I run out of bobbin, I'm screwed. And so I was like, well, it's a tablecloth, so, you know, or a table topper. It shouldn't take a ton of bobbin thread. One should be fine. Was one good enough? No. But I was responsible. Let me wind this. Aw, turds, that's not good. I was responsible, and I checked my bobbin. I was like, well, I might be getting to the point where I should check my bobbin. And it went a row, and I opened my bobbin, and if I would have gone another row, I would have run out, and I would have been in trouble. So, should I have wound two before I started? Yes. But, that did not happen. Again, enjoying my nice pajama pants. I always hate having to grab stuff from over there. I'm like, they're gonna look at my butt. They're gonna judge my pants. Okay. Let's open up our bobbin. This should be more than enough to get this going. Is Catmosphere, is that Tula? Isn't there like is it just like the ones where it's like cats in space? I feel like I vaguely remember that, but I wasn't like a huge Tula fan then. I didn't know what the heck it was. I was just quilting and, you know, would see stuff sometimes, and I'm like, whoa, that's cool. Isn't that out of print right now? Oh, bye, Amy. Enjoy your TV time with your hubby. It's Wilmington. I'm looking forward to Moon Garden. Is that a new Tula line? See, I'm like never up to, like, I just get surprised when things come out and I'm like, whoa! Cape and Tula colors coordinate well. I like Cape fabrics, but not all of them. They're beautiful. I feel like for, oh no, foot surgery. No, I don't think I could charge $100. I know Amy left, but yeah, that's ridiculous. I keep it for myself so that I don't have to pay someone else $100 when it goes out of print. Because it's like, oh, you know, the perfect project comes around and it's like, oh, but it's out of print. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so ditzy. You have to thread the machine first. Pretty sure I just go through the first two. And then, see, you guys are winding the machine with me. The tension seems so loose on this, but it is what it is, I guess. Plus, let's see if I can use this automatic threader the right time. The first time, Oh gosh. I want to bring the needle up, and I want to bring it up. That doesn't seem like it's up. Why is it so low? Yay! Come on. Come on. Okay, hold on. I think I know how to do it now. I say that as I struggle. Hold on. Hold on. I know how to do it. It's playing games with me right now. Yay! I finally learned how to thread the Juki. Hallelujah. Just trim my little thread. Okie dokie. Now that that's done, let's get back to binding. It's coming out in October. Hissy Fit is sewing freaking adorable. Oh, Hissy Fit is so freaking adorable. It makes sense to me, Beth. I knew you could do it. I finally worked the automatic threader. All right, now here we go. Let's get this Tablerunner finished. Okay. I'm excited for this. It's going to be really pretty on someone's table. My Meemaw, well, Austin's Meemaw, I call her, she's my Meemaw too, okay? But she wants to do, she wants to order 2 of the Cardinal Abstractions table runners. I made one last year for my in-laws for their Christmas present, and she was like, I really like the one that is there. Can you make me 2? And how much do you charge? I hate when I get that question and it's like, how much do you charge? Or how much is that going to be? And I'm like, well, I don't know. I made it as a present. I wasn't keeping track of fabric costs. I wasn't keeping track of time. I wasn't keeping track of any of that. And so when people ask me, how much does that cost? I want one just like that. It's like, I don't know. I really wish I had something to tell you, but it was a present. So I didn't look at it as like a business thing. Like I usually track custom quilts and stuff. I'll track fabric and I'll track labor. So we will be making some of those. Poor Goldfinch is like, whoa, you're going to do some cardinals? You've got a goldfinch. You've got me waiting right here, and you're just going to move on to the next bird. How dare you? I'm so sorry, Goldfinch. Sorry, Chip. Alrighty, here we go. I'm afraid this is going to like knock over the microphone. Let me know, is the sewing machine crazy with the microphone? Is it louder than it usually is? Hello, Ellen. How are you doing tonight? Hello, Kelly. How is everyone? I've yet to figure that stupid threader out. I figured it out, Heather. I figured it out. So you take the thread, you go behind the little like this thing, the peace sign, the metal hook thing behind your thing. You go behind it, and that brings it into the middle. And then you take your thread forward and I'll have to like record it. I'll make like a little reel or something. I finally got it. I watched a YouTube video. YouTube Academy. Always doing good. That's great, Ellen. Very glad to hear that. No, I haven't finished it yet, Delia. Working on the project that's due in 2 days still. Hopefully I'll have time to finish it. You sound like a typical quilter, Carissa. We always have 1,000 things to do. And those deadlines are always looming. And we're like, oh, I can do it. See, it's a little tricky because this fabric is kind of like hard on the eyes, and I have it as the binding, and then I'm on a block now. With it. So it's like, whoa, don't sew off the binding. The fun part's going to be doing this corner that had a join seam in it. I hate when that happens, but it happens. There's a deadline? Sorry. LOL, plus I work 60 plus hours a week, Beth, so sometimes it is what it is. Oh my gosh. You are a crazy woman. I'm taking a break on the medallion quilt for a little while. Oh, nice. That's coming along so nicely. I'm loving the greens. I love me some green. It's a really pretty quilt. And I love that it's a free pattern, too. See, if I was on my Singer, I could have done a really pretty decorative stitch on the binding. That's what I did on the Cardinal one that I made my in-laws last year. I did like a really cute like vine going around it, but it takes forever. You're welcome. You're doing really well. If anyone is interested in looking at a really cool medallion quilt and you don't follow Kelly, go to her YouTube and watch it. Shh. Sasslet may hear you. She hates green. What? Green is the best. Here we go. We've reached the dreaded corner. We are going to have to manipulate this fabric a little bit so that it doesn't look like there's a seam in here. Yikes, that's a thick. My Juki did not want to go over that. Well, it's not going to go anywhere. Back tacked quite a bit. I think that looks fine. We're almost done. I love this table. And we have reached our point of destination. Okay, here we go. We're almost there. I don't have to have this done until November. But you guys know how time goes, especially when the holidays start to come around. I do not want to be behind on this. That's like my worst nightmare, is like you sign up for a swap and you don't fulfill your commitment. Oh my god, it would be horrifying. So okay, it's all done. I'm just gonna make sure I don't have any threads. All right, you guys ready to see? Good night, Ellen. Hope you have a wonderful day tomorrow. And here is the final tablecloth. Well, table runner, table topper. It's pretty large, so I'm hoping that she has like a really big dining table or something. But like this would be really cute on like an entryway table, and you could style it with like a really cute bowl or something, or some like books or something fun. But that's all done. It is all done. And then that's what the back looks like. The way I do it, it's always a really skinny binding on the back. So, see how little, and I do the machine binding so you see a line going all the way around, but I used the color thread that matches the quilting, and it also blends really well with the backing fabric. So that's what it looks like. And these are my mitered corners. Look, I just love a good mitered corner. I love it. This is the one that had the join seam in it. I manipulated it. You can tell it's a little chunky, but I manipulated it enough to where the mitered corner looks good. It just looks kind of chunky. But I always love doing my binding this way because my mitered corners end up looking really, really nice. So, yay! I'm going to wrap up with it even though I shouldn't because it's someone else's. This is what I do every time I finish something. I just wrap it out on there. Wow, how right is your binding? I do 3-inch binding every time. I cannot do 2.5-inch binding. I'm just terrible at it. I need 3-inch binding because it gives me more to work with. Thank you, Delia. Thank you, Terry. Oh man, I need a snack. I love this pattern. It's such a great pattern. Let me know if you'd like me to drop the pattern link in the chat again, because I would definitely do that if you'd like. Our dining table is big with both of the inserts in. My mom calls them leaves. I'm not yep, that is correct. We've got leaves for our tables too. I need to practice binding more. Once you find the way that works for you, you're going to be set. Like, I feel like I watched so many videos. I tried so many different methods, and it never worked out. It never worked out in my favor. And then I watched, I also like took a little bit from certain videos or certain techniques and then, did my own thing. I used to sew. So I would go up here and then I would like pivot and I would sew this diagonal part down and then I would pivot and then go straight down. Now, all I do is I just like, I'll sew and then I'll go a little past the diagonal and then I'll back tack and then I'll meet here and then pivot my whole thing and then I'll sew, back tack. So it makes like a little X over the corner. Kind of like when you do hand stitching, I always like that they put little X's on there at the mitered corners, so that's how I do it. Okay, let me get the pattern for ya. It's such a cute pattern. I want to make this like 1,000 different ways. Oh, I love that. I went to get a pattern for you guys, and I am now looking at this really cool pattern. Add to cart. I am a forever add to cart person. Okay, there we go. I gotta get to her shop. I need to just save the link. Hold on, it's almost here. Whoa, where is your patterns? Oh, here we go. I don't see the pattern. Here we go. Oh, cool. Someone commented and they were like, well, that doesn't make sense. It's a PDF pattern, so I'm pretty sure that, like, she just has to just keep an eye out because it's probably just Etsy. Like, she sold so many since it's a PDF. It's saying that it's sold out right now, but it's a PDF pattern, so it's literally a download. So it's not like it's really sold out. I think it's just Etsy, so just give it a little bit if you're wanting to buy it. Give it a day or so. Here's a thread that I need to cut from when my bobbin ran out. Don't want that on there. I like to just cut the stragglers, I should say. Okay, so now this is all done. Yeah, I think it's just Etsy. I think that there's so many, like, so many copies of something you can sell at a certain time, and then it says it's sold out, and then you have to, like, re-up it. So just give it a couple days. I'll send her a message on Instagram too and say, hey, or, you know, on Etsy. But I feel like if you give it a day or two, it should just redo it. It should re-upload. Okay, I feel like I should wrap this up so I can put it up. And now I have to do some ornaments. So I'm in the home decor swap team. So that means I do one big project and then 2 little ones. I can either purchase the little ones or I can make them myself. And she says she really loves ornaments. So I'm just going to make her some ornaments. Before I put it up, I want to make sure there's no, like, crazy threads on here. So that when she opens it, it's nice and beautiful. Okay. I'm going to do what I do with all of the quilts. Since this is a Tablerunner, I'm going to fold it. And then I'm going to fold it again. I know you can't see what I'm doing. Just hold on. I like to roll my quilts. I just want to make sure I get a good fold. And then whenever I see a thread, I'm going to trim it. Okay. So I folded it in half, and then I folded it in thirds, like each section going into the middle. This is what I like to do with my quilts that I do custom work. This is how I, like, package them. Make sure I get a good... Sometimes, you know, more often than not, my quilts are not perfectly square, but... Okay, so what I'm going to do is I folded it in half, hot dog style, and then I folded one section into the middle and then this section into the middle. And this is what I like to do with my quilts. What are your favorite ornaments methods? What is your favorite way to make an ornament? This is pretty short, but usually I have quite a bit more, so I might just get some ribbon, but I want to, like, make this fun. So I'm going to start folding from this, and you have to, like, keep it flat as you go. And then I'm going to roll, and you can, like, pat it down so it's, like, circular and not flat. Make sure you get a good roll. It's all in the roll, baby. I don't know why I said that, but I did. It's out there now. Okay, we're going to keep rolling. And we're going to keep rolling. And usually I have a pretty good chunk of binding left over that I had to cut off. Good night, Carissa. Have a great night. And usually I'll like lay it right here. I might just still use it anyway. Usually I tie like a really nice little bow, but this is really, really small. I could just do like a really simple bam, but I usually tie like a really cute little bow. Maybe I'll like keep this here and then go get some ribbon and then like secure it on there. Lucky me, I have some Christmas ribbon. So I have this ho ho ho, and then I have this really, really pretty shimmery fabric. I think I'm going to use the ho 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 because I don't want there to be a bunch of sparkles like put on her quilt. So maybe I can like put enough to, I want to wrap over this so that it keeps it there, the little binding strip. And maybe like center it on the bias or the binding strip, kind of like that. And then you just have to make sure you cut enough. Oh, how cute is that? Beth, good presentation for clients. Yeah, I have a lot of fun. Once I'm all done with the quilt, I enjoy doing this. Like, I want it to be an experience when you open it, and it's not just like I'm giving you your quilt and, you know, I want to make it fun. I want to make it nice and fun. I'm going to cut more than I need because whatever extra I have, I'll use it as a hanging option for the ornaments if there's enough of it. Okay. Sometimes it's just getting like the right spacing so that you can get a good size bow. And I like to just see, this is a little bit big, but it's okay. Let's center it on there. And I like to cinch it a little bit too, especially since that that binding strip's a little short. It's not really doing anything, but I like to cinch it just a little bit. And then do the little, then you just shape your thing, move it over so that it kind of goes with the binding strip. That's cute. That works. And then I always cut at an angle to make it look even cuter on both ends. And there we go. Ho, ho, ho! That's so cute. Okay. So my first big project is all done, and I just love, like, sometimes I'll put, like, the backing on the outside, and I'll keep the front inside, and it's like a big surprise when you unroll it, and you're like, oh my gosh! But I think it's really cute with the colors on the outside. And I think what I'll do next, like once it's ready to ship, the tissue paper that I use for my custom quilts is yellow, so I don't really want to use that for a Christmas thing. So I'm going to probably find some really pretty tissue paper and then like wrap it up in the tissue paper and like put it in the box and then maybe put a little sticker on there so that when she opens it, it's like, oh my gosh. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. Look at that. That's so cute. I'm excited. I'm excited for her to open this. Hi, Crystal. How are you doing tonight? Now it's like, well, you need to make an ornament. So I know I'm going to make one is going to be the Scandinavian folded star one. I have to, honestly, I haven't made one of those in so long. I'm going to have to watch a video, but maybe I'll make like a little one with these scraps that matches her table runner. I'll just do like a little simple one. And then I'll do the Scandinavian one with matching fabric as well. So nothing's going to waste over here. This is what we cut off our blocks for the Kaleidoscope of Stars pattern. We're going to use this. We are not going to throw it away. It's too cute to throw away. I'm just gonna make it easy peasy. So I'm gonna like lay them out in a way that I think is cute. Maybe we'll make red go in the middle. And then we'll make the back something else. That's cute. I like that. Okay. So we will move these over here and we will sew this, and then we're just going to make a little ornament and we will sew the ribbon inside the sandwich. It's simple, but you know, it's hanging in a tree, so I think she'll like it. It's the thought that counts. And I'll make the Scandinavian ones are a little bit more intricate and a little bit more like, wow! I want to make a folded one with the foam ball. But I'm going to have to track down one of the foam balls. Kids, man. It's my fault. I let them have it. It's my fault. Okay. I think this is going to be really cute. Doesn't have to be super complex, I don't think. So when I'm done here, we've got a little bit of time. When I finish up, I'm gonna go watch The Bachelorette. Okay, finger pressed them. So that's what that kind of looks like. I could like cut it to make it a little bit more like intriguing. Hold on. Let's look at what my laptop's at. Okie dokie. Let's make it a little bit more fun. I was saying it's simple. It's okay to be simple. We're going to make it a little bit more than simple. Here we go. We are going to take our clip and our rotary cutter and our cutting mat right here. Let's see, what are we working with? Ornaments don't need to be huge, right? I think this is fine. So this is, let's just call it good here. Get a straight edge, and then we can cut off of that edge. This is just me improvising. There's no plan. No plan at all. Let's do 2.5. Well, let's do 2 because I cut. Hold on. 4. Let's do. I feel like my table just vibrated. We're out there. Where's the phone? I'm so bad about keeping track of my phone while I'm sewing. How many times do I need to lose my... It's behind my laptop. My goodness. Okay, hold on. This is the only one I can do. Epic fail on 2 others. I give up. But these lines are wrong. I can only do straight lines. My mother-in-law is like, I see you're live. You don't have to respond. Okay. Let's go like that. I mean, it's better than what it was. Maybe I should cut it again. Make it a little bit more fun. She's doing an FPP pattern. And she's like, I don't know. It's not going well. We'll just see how this... I also, well, she said she didn't like granny fabric because I have a lot of really cool flying geese blocks that I got in a estate sale. And I'm like thinking that I'm going to make those into ornaments this year. Okay. We're just going to do this because it's a little bit more fun. That's cool. Even though it's going to be a little tiny ornament like that. How can we make this fun? We can make a lot. There are no rules, right? There are no rules in ornaments. I'm just gonna do 2 of these. There are no rules. We can do it. I'm gonna match up my seams. Alrighty. Okay. It's not terrible. I feel like the folded star one's gonna go a lot better than this. But that's kind of a cute little one. I could also make it look like a present. I'm improving an ornament right now. Ooh, a package. Oh, this isn't for a customer. This is a swap. So this is for a swap partner. So this is not something that someone's buying. They are just swapping with me. Okay. I'm not loving this, but it's okay because it's just scraps. I mean, this isn't terrible, but you know, it's not like really fun as an ornament. Like, would you want to take the time to hang this on your tree? Probably not. And I'm being brutally honest with myself. Would I want to put it on my tree? Probably. But to do the Scandinavian one, I need to watch a video because I haven't made them in so long. What did I make last year? I used the Tula fabric with the geese and like the dog, and I cut it into a circle. And then I also used Chief's fabric. I cut it into a circle, and then I made a quilt that way. I think I might have some of that left. Let's see what happens. I just saw it the other day. Where is it? Okay. So I still have this left from last Christmas. It is Tula Pink. And so, where are you? I had to run away. I had to see if I knew I had some of this left. I wonder if she'll like Tula though. If she doesn't like Tula, then I'm not swapping with her. I'm just kidding. I'm going to have to see if she likes, because she said she likes modern fabric. I don't want to make her an ornament that she's like, oh my god, this is terrible. But I made ornaments out of this fabric last year for everybody, and it was really, really fun. Where is my swap stuff? I hate going through my email. Oh my gosh. And I delete stuff all the time. Handy quilter. Guild, Urban Elements, USPS. Where is the stuff? Goldfinch. I feel like there's a whole chunk of my email missing. Okay. Okay, here we go. Oh, I have to go to her. Oh my gosh. All right, let's see what she said for her dislikes. She doesn't like granny fabric. She doesn't like free spirit fabric, which Tula is free spirit, but she is like Cafe on here. She doesn't like Cafe. She doesn't like Kansas Trebles. She doesn't like vintage Christmas illustrations. She doesn't like the Sue bonnets. What does she like though? I love handmade Christmas ornaments. My tree doesn't have a theme. I love modern fabrics. I love fabric designers like Tula Pink. Okay, we can work with that. So, let's make her an ornament out of this fabric. Perfect. Good night, Heather. I know, Patricia. I'm just like, oh, I want to make sure it's good. Okay. I'm just going to use this. Bam. Maybe I want something a little bit bigger than that. I used a cup last year, but I don't feel like going upstairs and getting a cup. So let's be resourceful and try to find something big enough to trace this. Oh, I found something. Hallelujah. Is that the same size? It's a little bit bigger. Okay, I have this random thing. Let's make sure there's not anything crazy on it. We are going to open. You're not going to get his whole head. Just roll it and see what we get. Okay, I think that's probably good. We're going to get a friction pen. We are going to trace. Amy's probably like, I want one of those ornaments. Amy's watching TV with her husband. She's missing out on some Tula magic right now. Well, I don't know about magic, but we're going to try. Okay, now I'm going to get my fabric scissors, and I'm going to cut on that line. Good night, Kelly. Have a good night. We want it to be perfect. They're close to perfect. Yay! Let's see what we've got. Look at that little guy. He's so cute. Okay, now I'm going to pick a part in here that I don't want to use. And I'm going to get it to where it's like not too close to the other ones so that if I want to make more this year, I still have the cameos. That looks good. What is everyone watching on TV nowadays? I just watched I just binge watched the new season of Indian Matchmaker. I love that show. I just like sped right through that. So now I'm gonna have to find something to watch. Even though, like, I don't really watch TV. It's nice to have something to turn on when I get some time. I think I want to put like a little fat quarter in there for her too. Or some chocolate. Like a nice little surprise when she opens it up. Okay, we want to do face together. And then what I'm going to do is use this ribbon. I don't have a ton of it, but that's okay. I've made this last 2 years. It's time. It's time for you to be used. Okay. You want it big enough to go on the branch. If you make it too small, then no one's ever going to get the ornament on the tree and they're just going to throw it away because it's a frustrating thing. But you also want it to like cross. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is call it good about right there, and I'm going to sew the ribbon just so it stays on a little bit. I'm going to trim it so it's not hanging out in the ornament, and then I'm going to hang it into here. I feel like I need to go like have it be inside, and then when I flip it out, right? It's going to be inside, and I'm going to leave a hole, and I'm going to flip it out. I feel like that's how it works out. I did it a little different last year, but I think that's how it works. So let's just go for it. I feel like that's my motto. Just go for it. You guys are probably in the chat. No, stop it. That's not the right way. Too late. Too late. Oh, we don't want to sew it, turds. We do not want to sew it over it while it's inside, though. So let's... kind of back it a little bit, and then we are going to... You guys are probably watching this like, what the heck is this lady doing? I'm winging it. Straight up winging it. This is a totally different way than I did it last year. I'm hoping it works. I need to sit back in the chair. My back's hurting. So, next week is awesome. Next Tuesday, I have an appointment, a doctor's appointment for the baby. I'm just working on my seams. And I get to take a blood test to figure out the sex of the baby. Okay. Was this the best way to do this ornament? I don't know. But we're making it work. It is kind of hard to fold in the fabric for a circle. So I could have thought about that a little bit more and done a square ornament, no one would have been upset. Just takes a little bit more fiddling. I can hear the fabric, or the rain. I can hear the fabric. I can hear the rain pitter-pattering on the window upstairs, and it sounds magical. Sorry, I'm not looking at the chat right now. I'm really just trying to get these seams to not look so janky as I turn them in. They're homemade ornaments, so, you know, they're not, you can't buy this at Home Depot, or you definitely can't buy this at Home Depot. You can't find this at Hallmark. And I'm just going to do a top stitch really close to the edge, all the way around. She said she likes Tula, so hopefully she likes this. All right, let's trim our threads. I think that looks good. Let's make sure it's closed. Let's trim our threads. And then there we go. There is our Tula Pink. Oh gosh. There is our Tula Pink ornament. It's not perfect. It's okay. We don't need to be making perfect all the time. And then there's the back. I think that's fun. Who needs to when you got YouTube? Amen. The Lake on Prime is very funny. Good night, Delia. Good night, Kelly. Yeah, I think that's cute. And we could even, like, stuff it into, like, I could put this, like, you know, find a way to put this in her quilt. I could put that one there, and then put the other one, like, this way, and then do another round of bows going around. Or I should just do it all separately, so she can open things. And then I think I'm going to put some chocolate in there. So there's her Tablerunner, there's her first ornament, and then I'm going to make a really cool ornament with the Christmas morning fabric. I kind of thought for a second it'd be cool to make her a Tula Pink ornament. She said her tree doesn't have any theme, but I don't know if it has to be Christmas stuff, so we'll see. I have a bunch of that fabric, so I think what I'm going to do is make a matching Scandinavian star ornament for her that matches her Tablerunner, and then I'm all done. I'm going to get like a bar of chocolate. How do we feel about packaging food with quilts? Is it going to, maybe she doesn't like chocolate. Let's see what her bio says. She loves to bake. I love coffee and chocolate, but I do have to limit those to only special occasions, as I have manieres. Toffees are my weakness. I love dirty chai, pumpkin chai latte. I also drink tea, especially herbal teas. I collect teacups. I have 4 kids. Life is busy, so I enjoy taking time to slow down and enjoy the simple things. I live on a farm. She lives on a farm. I'm not a fan of traditional Christmas fabrics. I dislike batik fabrics. Not a fan of Civil War. So I think chocolate or like tea. I feel like tea might be better because I feel like chocolate might go bad and like I don't know, might taste weird if it's in a box with a quilt. I did use some flatter on there. And so sometimes like scents or like different flavors, if it's in contact with food, like can make the food taste weird, especially. So I don't know if I want to do, I don't know. If I do, I'm going to have to package it to where it's not, I don't know how I feel. I want to give her chocolate, but I don't want it to taste weird by the time it gets there. Beth, you were just too nice. I just want it to be special. I'm really excited for mine, too. I haven't even really thought about it. I'm like, wait, I'm going to be getting something, too, in the swap. And the fun thing is, so my partner is not, so whoever I'm making for isn't making for me. So someone else completely different is going to be making something for me. So I have no idea what to expect. Honestly, even if it was from her, I wouldn't know what to expect. But I like that it's different partners. I think that's really fun. Send her sprinkles for baking. Oh, that's a really good idea. Hello, Shelly. How are you doing? I see Tracy's in. I missed you coming in. Whew. All right. We put the binding on our table topper. I'm going to call it a table topper because it's pretty big to be a table runner. And I did the ornament. I have one more ornament to go. I think that's all for tonight. Because I'm getting hungry. We had dinner super early, and I'm like starving right now. So I'm gonna have to find a little snack. I might just do a Pop-Tart. I haven't had a Pop-Tart in a long time. Like nothing ever sounds good. I'm to the point where nothing sounds good. But then it's like whatever does sound good, we don't have. So like today is such a good potato soup kind of day, but that's something that has to be cooking, and so that wasn't happening. Doing good. Between back-to-back sewing retreats. You lucky duck. I hope you're having a great time. That sounds really fun. All right. I know, I feel so bad whenever everyone hops in and I'm like so close. I feel like I'm like falling asleep. You did enough to get some rest and some food in you. Yeah, and I'm going to watch The Bachelorette too. So I'm going to eat a Pop-Tart and drink really, really cold water. And I'll watch a video tomorrow during the day. I'll watch the video for the Scandinavian folded star, and I'll show you guys how I make them. Or I can just post the link to the video because the video is awesome. Let me see if I can find a picture of the ones that I made last year. It was really fun. It's a really fun idea, and they come together really quickly. And what I did was I used scraps from everybody's quilts that I made that year. So I took Addie's quilt scraps, I took Zoe's, I took my in-laws, because I made everyone a quilt throughout the year, and I save everything. And so I made matching ornaments to their quilts. So let me see if I can find a picture of the ornaments. I hope I didn't take it off because it was an Instagram worthy picture. I feel like I do that sometimes where I'm like, it's not a good picture, I have to take it down. Okay, here's just two of them. But I used the yellow and green is matching Addie's quilt. He has a Curious George quilt with those fabrics. And then the green and brown was from my father-in-law's quilt that I made him. I made him a panel quilt with those fabrics. And so, yeah, they're really fun to make. And then here is the folded ornament, like the foam ball one that I really want to make. And see how it's that ho-ho ribbon that we just used? This was 2 years ago, and I still have that ribbon. And I have a ton of those decorative pins. I even have fabric cut out to the specific size to make more, but I just didn't have time. And so I wish if I could just hunt down one ball, I would make her one of those. And I would just sit and maybe make her 3 ornaments this year. That is so darn cute. They're so fun. Oh, really? That's awesome. So everyone go check out Sobecca's thing. If she's got a video, that's really great. I was watching Mr. Domestic's video last year, I believe. I think it was him who made the video that I used. So I'll have to check out Sobecca's as well. All right. I hate having to go, especially seeing new people pop in the chat. Shelly and Tracy, you guys just came in, and so I feel bad that I'm going to go and get a snack and go to bed. But I had a really great time hanging out with everyone. I love coming on live and just sewing with all of you and showing you what I'm working on. So I'm going to press the button. You all have a wonderful rest of your week. Tomorrow's hump day. Wish me luck because it's just me with the kids. Austin's in the office tomorrow. So I need all of the good juju that you can give me because Wednesdays and Thursdays are really long days for me. So, wish me luck. Bye, everyone. I'm going to press the button and shut up now. Don't feel bad. I think I was out getting dinner when they noticed. Oh, man. Well, I hope you had a really good dinner, and I hope you're having a great time at your retreat. I'll catch you guys later. Bye, everyone.